Hey guys, I'm Lou and it's my mission to aid your awakening. And today, I'm going to talk about what isn't discussed, I feel, enough in the space, in the spiritual community. And that is how severe and how big the physical symptoms of awakening can be, how very intense they can be, and how one of the biggest components of waking up is not only one, getting in touch with your body and really rooting your body awareness and experiencing extreme body sensitivity to different things that are going on, along with the energies that are coming into your body and initiating this accelerated awakening process. And also the various physical symptoms which are very strange and can involve your body going through a very up and down turmoil like time, both good and bad. So that's what I'm going to get into today, guys. Let's go! Alright, like I mentioned at the start, I don't think physical symptoms of awakening are mentioned enough in the talk about the spiritual process, the awakening process. And largely because, in spirituality there's the talk of ascending the physical, right? Transcending the physical, transcending the mind, transcending your egoic mind, and coming into this sort of out-of-body spirit sort of level. But that's something you can't live day to day. You can live with your spirit influencing you, but you can't live in this always transcended place. It's not realistic through us living in the normal 21st century with you guys watching me on your phone or laptop, right? Not realistic. That's one thing I had to realize, because for me at a time when my spiritual ego was getting big and I started to transcend that spiritual ego, I thought, I could be enlightened, just feel blissed out all the time. It's just not realistic. And in fact, a lot of what will happen during this awakening process is that your body will go through the opposite feeling of enlightenment. You'll actually be more in the physical a lot of times, dealing with heavy emotions, dealing with trauma, dealing with lower vibrational energy. So it's best to change your expectations about what this is going to be, and ultimately get ready, prepare the vessel, your body, for a very intense time, a very up and down time. And the reason it's up and down, guys, is because what's going on during this awakening process is you're grounding, you're bringing in new, healing, high vibrational energy. But at the same time, you're also purging out dark, low vibrational energy that's been in your body. The sort of energy that gets you hooked on things, that causes you to be an addict. The sort of energy that causes you to trauma, that causes fear and anger. All this is coming out of you. And really, you're not always going to express that emotion. Say anger's being taken out of you. A lot of jealousy and rage is being taken out of you. You're not always going to express it. It's not like just to get rid of rage, you need to rage and go crazy. It's great to do bioenergetics and catharsis. It's good for you, physical catharsis. But it's not always going to come out that way. It could just come out by feeling really bad in your body for a few weeks. And then the weight's lifted, you feel good. And you've released it. So you can release it in different ways. Don't expect, say if you're releasing sadness and grief, you have to be sad and grieve for weeks and weeks for it to be released. You could just feel low for a week, cry a little bit one evening, cry a lot, and then it be released through that. So there's many different ways. So prepare for something that's ultimately you're not going to expect what's going to happen, right? I couldn't expect any of it, and I had no idea what was going on. And that's the reason I want to make this video, because I want to help out people that have no idea what's going on in their body right now. So what's going on? You're bringing in high vibrational energy, purging out low vibrational energy. This leads to polarities, right? This leads to you feeling either really, really good, amazing in fact, in some cases, and then in other days feeling absolutely terrible. And like, basically, you're like an addict coming off a strong substance. You're like crawling in your own skin, having tremors, shivering, just feeling gross, murky inside your own body. But at the same time, you're getting that higher states of consciousness coming through. You're getting high vibrational healing energy, and other times you can feel euphoric, blissed out, in a state of ecstasy. When you accept that energy and let it flow through you, it can almost feel times like you're experiencing really intense sexual pleasure. The way it just flows through your body, you feel amazing in your body in some cases. And then other polarity, getting out the LVE, the low vibration energy, feel terrible. So expect a lot of both. And that uncertainty can ultimately help you though understand that, yeah, although my body's tense, I'm getting symptoms of anxiety, but then I'm also feeling blissed. You don't have a typical case of depression when you're going through this. You don't have a typical case of anxiety, because you're going through states that feel great and feel bad, okay? Don't put a label on it, just ride it out, try and accept it the best you can. So I'm going to, guys, list off and show you some of the most intense experiences I felt physically. And And then later in the video, I'll give you a list of other things I experienced and other common ones I experienced as well, just so you can get peace of mind. You can realise, oh yeah, you can see that's you. So one of the most intense things I experienced was the feeling of body weight being either very, very light, literally like I'm floating around, and then the opposite end, feeling so heavy like I'm just being dragged through the earth to, like something's pulling on me below my feet. And I had no energy, exhaustion. I could barely even stand up at times because of the weight I feel was coursing through me. And then the other times like I'm floating, like I could just stay awake for days on end. I could be floating up, super alert, super good, feeling amazingly joyous. Any negative thing happens to me, I could just dodge it like that. I could feel amazing, and that's how I want to feel all the time. But even because I felt that, even when I was feeling great and light, my body was feeling so light, I've never felt anything like this, like floating around. I was scared of that because I thought I haven't felt like this before. It's strange, it's bizarre. It's all about adjustment, guys. I feel like I feel like really high on a drug or something floating around like this, even though I've been sober for weeks. What's going on? So it took me a long time to just adjust to that. Once I adjusted to that feeling of being light, amazing, changed everything. I felt like I could be more charismatic. I was more in my body. I was way more present. I could be more present, conversing with people. I could almost know what they were going to say. Very intuitive, very empathetic. Great socially. It changed how I felt socially. And now when I get into a light state, I feel like it just changed how I am. It got rid of any sort of anxiety I felt in that state once I accepted it. On the other end, feeling like you're being dragged to the floor, feeling like you don't even have energy to even look someone in the eye and give them a decent response. You're so heavy. And these are days where you just got to be crashed out. You got to be, exhausted. You can't get out of bed. Understandable. So the best thing to do, guys, ideally you want to be in position kind of like I was, really, because I was at university. I was able to go along with what my body wanted. If my body wanted me to, if it was feeling heavy and needed me to rest, I had time to do that. I could skip a lecture or something. It didn't work out well for my grades in second year of university, but it helped the process a lot, I think. And then there were other times where I was feeling super light and I could afford to, I'll go out, I'll come back after going out and do some more work without even sleeping, because I had abundance of energy. So you're going to experience the two polarities, guys. Get ready for that. So body weight is one. Another one, pressure, moving around your body, moving around your head. So I had a lot of pressure, right? So this is like the Kundalini energy, the Chi, the Shakti energy, however you want to define it, whatever resonates with you. It's the energy coursing around, and you'll feel it most prominently in your head. One of the earliest signs, one of the earliest physical symptoms I got was like a crown around the top of my head of pressure. It just felt like something squeezing on the top of my head. You know when you see a diagram, a bird's eye view or something, of a skull decapitated, it's like you could see the ring. I felt like there was a tense ring. They call it the crown. They call like you get a crown-like pulsation. And I was looking up what kind of migraine is this, because early on, because physical symptoms were the way, really, I found out, but I was on the spiritual process. I was looking through nothing. I said, no, it's not migraine. It's just different to a migraine. I'm drinking enough water. I'm okay in that respect. The crown, pulsating, squeezing feeling around the top of the head, the crown. That could be Kundalini energy. Another place, forehead, very, very common. Another place through this is where a lot of your energy flows. You have an energy channel where your nose is like this. It flows downwards. So if you're feeling blocks there, very common one. On the forehead. So it's a sign of active Kundalini. You may feel twitching there, twitching on your nose. A common sign. Forehead, immense forehead pressure. I could even be having a conversation with someone and just feel this pulsating force, like a force is trying to burst out the front of my face while I'm talking to someone, right? Very distracting. So the more you are resistant to this, it's going to distract you. All you're going to be consumed with is how you feel in your body. Not only that, you're tapping more into your body, you're getting greater bodily awareness. So whatever's going on there, you're going to be hyper aware of, hypersensitive of. So everything I was going on inside my body, I was so aware of. I could have listed about 100 things that I felt like were wrong with me, that I felt like were wrong physically. So many things that I felt like were going on. But guys, instead of treating the symptom, treat the cause. At the end of the day, you're feeling so like you've got all these problems with you, not because you're actually healthy, you're actually healthier than most people, you're actually healing, right? But you feel like there's all these problems because, I felt like I was getting close to dying. I was going to shut down in my body. I felt that intensely. But it's just, you've just got to accept it, guys. You've just got to ride with it. Just keep telling yourself, I had to force myself. It helped me also reprogram my subconscious mind, because I had to force myself and to keep saying, I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. I was telling people in my family, had no idea what I was talking about. Like, what? Louis, you're completely healthy. Louis, you're completely healthy. What do you mean? But I was like, no, there's something wrong with me. I was so paranoid because I'm tapping into my body. But guys, it's all part of that transition. If you're transitioning your awareness into your body, if you have a lot of mental chatter and your brain is sensitive and you're worried about a lot of your thoughts, when you bring your awareness down out of your head, more into your body, and the chatter slows down in the brain, but that chatter is going to still be there in the body where you're going to be freaking out about different parts of your body. But once you can calm yourself, accept what's going on in your body, then that chatter goes away in your brain as well. It's the same thing, one of the two, they're one of the same. So just get in that position of accepting what's going on in your body, accepting these are all just symptoms. So you'll get the pressure, you'll get the weight. I got very bad rashes. I think it was a sign of resistance. I got very bad eczema. Eczema flared up all around my neck, all up my arms, all in around my eyes as well. I'll try and find a picture and leave it on the YouTube. So guys, there are many things. Many things. And I'm going to list them now. But you can feel like weightless at times. Then feel like there's some kind of gas inside you. You're releasing all this stuff. You feel like heat. You're going to go through intense hot and cold. You're going to go through shivers. You're going to go through night tremors. Like I said, it's like coming off drugs in certain hard parts. You could be shaking on your bed, not able to sleep at night, getting night sweats. It's a very intense experience, but the reason it is good because it's intense, because it shows you're waking up quickly, you're going through an accelerated spiritual awakening. You're going to be having epiphanies while you go through this. You're going to be having realizations about yourself. You're going to be tapping into those areas where trauma is being released. And as this trauma is released, you're going to ride it out. You're going to ride out a lot of stuff physically. It's hard times. You really have to look after yourself, guys. Look after your health. But also, you might want to eat lighter foods. This is the time when I started to be vegan for a while because so much was going on physically that I felt like more attracted. I resonated with lighter, higher vibrational foods like vegetables and things that were alive. You know, I wanted to eat life. I didn't want to eat death like in meat. I eventually went back to eating meat later on, but it's all gonna. This is the time where you can explore different things, explore what feels right with you. But sometimes you'll be so light and so kind of floaty that you'll want to eat some heavy food. You'll want to eat some takeout. We want to eat some fast food just to give yourself something heavy and ground yourself. You've got to do what's right because at the end of the day, the payoff is massive. The payoff is if you get in touch with your body, you'll also get in touch with that intuition, that knowing deep down, that certainty. If you can be with someone and feel your body while you're talking to them, you have that certainty, you have that grounded state, you have that state of grounded presence, embodied presence. You're also able, so it's an amazing time, guys. It's an amazing time to tap into intuition, tap into your knowing. That certainty like I talk about. You're just knowing what to do. You're not having to think about it. So many times, big regrets for me. I know what to do, but instead of doing it, I think, oh, wait, let me consult my mind first. And I think about it, and then I do something else. What do you think about right now? Work off that instinct. Malcolm Gladwell writes an amazing book called Blink, where he talks about how the greater intelligence we have is that instinctual knowing. It's not the thinking about it. The conditioned mind, when it gets in the way, it actually gives us a worse outcome and takes us away from truth, from actual accuracy. Use that instinctual, use that knowing in the blink of a second, that intuition that your body has. Your body has this intelligence. So you're waking up to a bigger awareness, to a bigger emotional awareness as well. You're healing yourself. This is amazing. So you're going to go through the physical symptoms. You're healing yourself. You're waking up to your intuition. You're waking up to a new sense of awareness and intelligence. And you're waking up to that new certainty. You no longer need to consult the mind and let the mind work its way and feed you doubt and worry and concern. You just know. You have trust. When you embody that state and get through these physical symptoms, you truly trust the process and you can trust where you're going in life, where you're going, and what you're manifesting, which is blessings, blessings, blessings. That's the path we're all on, guys. Believe it and ride out these physical symptoms. I'm just going to write some more symptoms here. So there we go, guys. If you got this, remember, I had a list of over 100 things that I eventually managed to not worry about one of them. Now, a year later after that, I had a list of 100 things. A list of 100 things I thought would maybe fatally wrong my body. Now, I don't worry about one of them. There's not one thing I worry about. I worry about my health going forwards, but I'm not anxious about it, you see? I'm concerned, I'm looking after myself, and I trust that I'm doing what's right for myself health-wise. Woo! Taking the air. Love your body, accept what's going on inside is a healing process. Blessings, 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 guys. Follow me on Instagram. I reply to all DMs, daily content on there. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you for all the support, all the lovely messages I've been reading recently. I really appreciate the support. I'm trying to put out more and more content. I know I had a little break for a few days, but I'm putting out more and more content. I've got over nearly 40 new video ideas, so I'm just going to be pumping. Can't see myself going back to work anytime soon, my normal 9 to 5, so I've got plenty of time for you guys, for building this channel. Thanks a lot, dude. Peace.